All right, what's going on, Rutgers fans? Travis Lonix here, joined back again by Jason Ohlstein to recap the senior day. Brutal loss, sad day. Direct, Jason. That was just disgraceful. Pitiful, real rough day to end the regular season at home at the rack.
Yeah, no, not how I thought senior day was going to go today. It's good to see a bunch of guys that have been in the program 2, 3, 4 years, Cliff and Hyatt and Oscar, and a few guys that have been here for a year that came over as transfer guys. But yeah, no, the first half, we struggled to find a basket, and we went into halftime down two, and the second half started and it went downhill from there. It spiraled out of control.
Yeah, yep,
So yeah, when you
yeah,
can't hit shots, it's very hard to, compete in the league. Just brutal showing. 15 to 55 from the field is you can play as good a defense as you want when you shoot that poorly from the field. So, 17 to 28 from the line. It's just it's not going to cut it. And I think part of the problem is too, I think this team is super checked out. The lack of urgency on the defensive end in the second half, just not getting to loose balls, not getting those 50-50 balls, just the body language and just hanging our shoulders. And, we got our, what handed to us on our home floor on senior day. And, we got to hopefully, bounce back quickly. We got one more opportunity, a new season Wednesday. We're going to either play Penn State, Maryland. That game's going on right now. Last time I saw, or last time I checked, Penn State was up 4. So, either way, we got to go out there and hopefully we just have some more fight.
yeah. Totally agree with everything you said there. It's the fight. The fight is it sucks. I mean, I listened to all Pikel's press conference. I don't know if you did. Probably some of it. Uh, he talked about like the fight. It's normally always there. Sometimes not as much he likes to see. But yeah, I mean, it's the run again. The runs. He fought back in the first half. Second half, to start first few minutes, he was right in again. And it was one. It was like an 8-0 run, or started even longer than that, and never looked back. We started the game 7.5 minutes without a field goal. I think that's all. We went on 9-minute drought without a field goal in the second half. And then just as you get down more and more, the effort, like you said, just falls off. And you just hate to see that. I mean, the loose balls, 50-50, not getting to them, not boxing out, not rebounding. And just sucks. You hate to see that. Especially, I mean, the crowd was great today. I mean, I was thinking this before we went on here earlier. So you got your seat upgraded. You were real close. I was my buddy. We were last row up top. So we had different views for the game, Jason, but yeah, all saw the same thing. Different angles too, but all seeing the same brutal defeat.
Yeah, no, my buddy and I were there. We moved down. They came up. We know we have seasons up in the 300 level, and they moved us down. So we're 4 or 5 rows up from the court. Two guys behind us, father and son, just screaming at the ref all day, screaming at Jake Diebler, the interim coach at Ohio State. But yeah, just an absolutely brutal performance. I mean, we couldn't get anything to fall. No one really had a good game on our end. Again, we turned the ball over 15 times,
Yeah.
to Ohio State's 11. We didn't get out in transition. And a big problem we're having right now is a lot of teams have caught on to, what we're trying to run offensively. When Jeremiah came back, we were in high pick and roll sets, and, we're still trying to run high pick and roll. And they're giving us the mid-range game because we don't have a guy really that can consistently hit a jump shot, unfortunately. So, as this season comes to a close, I think, a really big thing. We really need a target in the portals. We really need to get a shooter in here. A guy that could really shoot the basketball, because what we're seeing right now is, when teams take away our ability to drive to the basket, we're very one-dimensional. And even then, we're missing tons and tons of layups, and we're not connecting on free throws for whatever that is. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
huge.
a brutal afternoon, and not how we wanted to send out the seniors today.
Yeah, Michael touched on the foul shots. He seems like totally perplexed. He is can't really describe how we're so bad at home with the rack all year. And we said we're like top 15 nationally on the road, and just pathetic. He goes on about how they chart the foul shots every practice and everything, but I mean, just You just got to make them, and about a high rate. Cliff, props to him. It was a tough day for him, senior day. Like I said, his brother was there, and then fouling out like he did. Some tough foul calls on him. First two early, questionable, and the last one tough, falls on the ground and gets called for the foul. The foul out, but like he was 6 of 7 at the line, really good. But Ibole looked like he never shot a foul shot before. 1 of 5. I mean,
Yeah.
Gavin
Yeah.
missed both of his foul shots. It just kills it. He said because we got to the line 24 times, so we got there, and you just can't convert. It kills the offense. And yeah,
Yeah, no, just to kind of go up there, one last point too, I listened going off. I did listen to Pikel's press conference, and he had a few seniors with him, and yeah, he was disappointed. I actually got down to the court after the game, so I got to shake some of the guys' hands, and Noah and Cliff and Andre and all of them, and Pike was there too. He was he apologized. He was apologizing to the fans. He was apologizing, and it's got to be a better product. As he said in the press conference, and as I mentioned in our previous podcast, after we had recapped the Wisconsin game, a big thing is giving these guys deadlines to be able to,
yeah,
you know, by X date, you need to know if you're either coming back in this program or you're not. And I'm sure there's going to be some guys that decide to transfer or they're not coming back, Cliff, however that works out. But, you got to make sure you really assess your needs of this roster because, again, we have two really great freshmen coming in. We got Bryce Dortch coming in. We have Lathan Somerville coming in. It's really important that we have veteran leadership around these guys and depth pieces, to not put all this pressure on these two freshmen. Freshmen in the Big Ten, we see it firsthand with Gavin. It's a hard league. It's physical. It's demanding, and we see right now Gavin struggling. I do have faith in Gavin, though. I think a year in the weight room, just a year to really prepare and get ready for the season. Coming into his sophomore year, I think he is going to develop. I think he has the tools. I've seen it on the defensive side, and I think he just, he needs to find his shot. He needs to find his confidence, and he needs to get in rhythm. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Wednesday. I'm hoping we can at least steal one in the tournament, go down with a little bit of a fight before it's fully over. But we'll still have a lot of basketball news for you guys when the season concludes, and we'll be providing a lot of football news too as we get into spring camp and our QB competition gets
yeah,
under.
can't wait for that.
So yeah.
Coming up soon. But yeah, I mean, I'll just touch quickly. Yeah, like it's been huge. I listened to Michael's statements on that. And he sounded pretty stern. Like he was definitely pissed about what happened with those guys leaving late and set deadlines. It was tough. Those guys, he had a tough roster. The guys battled injuries all year. So say what y'all people are kind of coming after him. But I know how much he puts into it, work and everything, and it means a lot to him. And that was totally embarrassing today to end the season at home like that. And it's like I said, it's getting guys in the portal, knowing who's gonna be here and who's gonna leave at an early set deadline, and getting guys in the portal to come in here and help out with that team next year, be compliment players to the guys coming in, as you mentioned, Ace, Dylan, Dortch, Lathan, and really get the roster together for next year. It's really the biggest year in Rutgers basketball history, especially coming off now this year after years he's had in the last couple, this absolute terrible year. The hype is going to be insane. The hype for that year, cannot wait for that. As you mentioned, football's come here soon. Spring practice will be in a couple weeks, and a spring game late April. We're looking forward to that. And yeah, as mentioned, we'll be probably back here right after the game Wednesday night. See what happens. Again, hoping for the best. Hoping for at least one win, as Jason said, in the tournament. And until then, catch you guys. I'm Travis, Jason. Good talking to you guys again. Signing off. Have a good one. Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
guys very much, and we'll be back probably Wednesday night or sometimes on Thursday to give you guys a recap and hopefully discuss the opponent we're going to be facing after we beat either Penn State or Maryland. So have a great night, and as usual, let's go. Are you?
Yeah, go Rutgers. Have a good one.
Thanks.